Okay, I'm trying the free version of Dual Universe. I already went through the tutor, the introductory instructions. It took about an hour, I guess about, and then I went ahead and started mining and stuff. One of the things they give you in the tutor is the tutorial is the speeder. It's ground based. Let's see, you've got some fuel here. Fuel, let's see. 199 of 200. So all I did was go down the hill and back for my first test. No big deal. Let's see, go ahead and drive around in the scooter. You just hit the W to go forward. And the A and the D take you left and right. You can set your controls for speeder, or you can set them for flyer. If it's a flyer, then it changes which control does what. Uh-oh. Sometimes when you hit a bump in the road, your speeder gets a little bit crooked there like that. It even sometimes flips over. Then you have to learn how to use the maneuvering tool that you have that will help you turn your speeder back over again. It was a week the first time I played this game. It was a week before I could figure that out, and I would always end up leaving my speeder would be flipped over. Oh, I left a little mark there where I had done some mining of ore. That's why there was a waypoint at that location out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of cool. You can turn the speeder away too far and it'll try to catch up after a few seconds. You'll be caught up. You can hit control to do a brake and slow it down. Then you just hit F to jump back out of it. Oh boy, I got a kilometer. I got an achievement for driving 1 kilometer. Isn't that nice? The other thing you get when you get the tutorial finished is you get a house. I picked this one that's floating above the ground. Didn't want to have to do a lot of work on the ground to flatten it out. I've tried this tutorial once before when I played the game in the live mode. And man, I got the house that's got a big footprint. And you have to use your ground flattening tool over a very large area. It took quite a few tries to get it large enough to actually place the house. This is a small house, but it has everything you need. This is where you can take your additional tutorials to learn how to build stuff and decline space and all that. This is my resurrection pod in case I die. Got a big flat screen TV. I don't know what you can do with that. This is the pod that lets you teleport yourself to other places and just look around. You're not actually there. They call it a surrogate pod. But that's how you go and research areas that you don't want to fly to today. You just research it by going there in surrogate. And you can go look around at the place, but you're not really there. You're just there in a ghost form. Now let's go outside and look at the mining options we have in this zone. Now if I change from the fueling tool here to hit the 1, that'll give me a mining tool. Well, let's just go any random direction here. Once you have the mining tool enabled, you get your ore nodes will highlight, so they should light up quite boldly here on the ground for me to mine them. As you can see, they are not all over the place. You have to go around to different parts of the world. There's some are. Until you see them. There they are. Now you can left click on these rocks and mine. I did this for about 2 hours yesterday after I finished the tutorial, and I filled up completely my storage. Unbelievable. And now my nano pack is almost full, so I really can't do much mining right now. What I plan to do is build some more parts, like some more wings and engines. And then I can take these parts that they give you to build a small spaceship, or actually it's an atmospheric ship. You have to make your own additional space fuel tank and space brakes and space engines to make it into a space-worthy ship. So I've started crafting, and I even decided to craft another storage things, because these 5 storage containers I have here, you can see the storage right back here. There's 1, 2, and then a small one. These are extra small here, and this is a small storage, and there's 2 more over here, but they're all linked together using this hub right here. So if I press I on that, that'll open that, and as you can see, I've already linked it to me. So all this 100% right here is in those 5 containers, because they're all linked together. I could have sworn it said I got 12 kiloliters. Yeah, 12 kiloliters. So that's what I got. One of the reasons I chose this house is because it had 12 kiloliters instead of 10 kiloliters of native storage. And I've already filled it up, as you can see. I did do a little crafting. I built a basic assembly line, a dynamic core unit, and 3 atmospheric engines. Right now I'm working on some wings. So now we'll check the progress of that. I'll press the K, which brings up my nano crafting tool. Okay. I'm already, when I logged in just now, I had to add some pipe to the queue, because I didn't have enough pipe to make this basic mobile panel. Here's the target. The goal is to make 4 wings, so I've got them lined up right here. This exclamation point indicates that I don't have the necessary components to build it. But as you can see, these up here don't have an exclamation point, so they're going to build just fine. Basic standard frame and basic mobile panel. But if I click on the wing, it'll show me what I need. Screws, hydraulics, panel, and basic frame. Okay, so once I build the basic frame, I'll have all the components I need to build the wing. So this all should go ahead all the way through the end of the wings without any inconvenience. Let's see what the basic electronics is doing here. Oh, I was going to make a hovercraft seat controller. So let's see, it needs component, electronics, control system, standard frame. Electronics, component, frame. There you go. So I'll be able to build the hovercraft seat controller without intervention also, it looks like, after the wings get finished. And then I just queued up some aluminum and silicone, so I'll have some spare for making me some crafting tomorrow. I just wanted to show you what I've been doing here for the last 3 or 4 hours. It took me about an hour to run through the tutorial, and I got this speeder and this house. And I went out and gathered up ore and started crafting, and I've already built a few items that are useful. So there's a start, and this is all on the free server. Excuse me. It's all on the free server, and it says it's going to be resetting in 2 days. I think it said 1 day and 18 hours from today. Because yesterday it said 2 days and 6 hours it was going to reset. So for some reason they're resetting on Tuesdays in the morning. So I guess that way you can go through the whole weekend if you're a weekend player. You can get through the whole weekend without worrying about a reset. I think they're going to just run it for 1 week at a time, even after they go live. So they may change that to a month later so people can actually go get some stuff done. It's kind of hard to do a whole lot of space travel in a week. You barely have enough time to build up a factory and get a space-worthy ship going. And if you're going to do any ore hauling, you need to build a much larger ship, and that takes several days to get the factory and all the blueprints and talents you need to make a hauling ship. So I don't know if we could even complete that in a week. It would be a challenge. And then after you go out to space and you get a huge load of ore, bring it back to try to sell it, your week will be gone and everything will reset anyway. So there you have it. This is what you get from your tutorial session. Let's throw a quick look at the map. I only noticed this a few hours ago. Apparently they started this a week ago, so in 5 days we've already got this many people, and there's maybe 10 of these clusters of people on this Haven world. So if we count these up real quick, like about 50 here. So if we've got 10 of those, that's 500 people. So we've already got 500 people in this free server. Wow, people are putting them way out here. I don't know why they would want to be so far away. I got as close as I could to the base. There I am right there. Okay, there you have it. This is the result of 3 hours of work in the free server on Dual Universe.